Welcome, everyone. I was just saying welcome to this webinar on masculinities in times of crisis. Good afternoon, or depending on where you are, good morning or good night. I am Helene Touquet. I'm the chair in European Values at the University of Antwerp, and I'm organizing this webinar together with UXIA, the University Center St. Ignatius. That is what their name stands for. And this webinar actually has quite a history. It was originally conceptualized as a 3-day workshop back in March 2020. And I organized it together with my colleagues from the research group on political history. And we wanted to shed light with this workshop on masculinities, femininities, and gender relations in times of crisis, broadly conceptualized. So not just armed conflict, but also current crisis of populism, etc. And when we planned it, little did we know that actually the crisis of the decade was right around the corner. So we had to postpone the workshop, and we were at the time dreaming of being able to hold it in person still, which didn't happen. And now we've reduced it to this webinar and are focusing today on masculinities in times of crisis. And I think this is a very timely topic. We've all witnessed the masculinity issues in the Trump presidency, the role of gender in the storming of the Capitol, for instance, or the whole debate about wearing masks during the Corona crisis. So gender is very much on the agenda. And of course, there's also the discussions that are going on these days about masculine violence against women, about male socialization, etc. So I think we're still it's still an excellent topic to be broaching. We have 4 speakers today. We don't have too much time, so I won't spend too much time introducing everyone. We have first up Brandon Hamber from the Transitional Justice Institute at Ulster University, who will speak about the social imagery, peace and violent masculinities. Next is Tanja Petrovic from the Institute of Cultural and Memory Studies in Ljubljana, who will speak about male friendship in the military in Yugoslavia. Our third speaker is Ur Uner from the University of Amsterdam, who will be talking about a time of masculinity and men, gender-based violence in Syria. And our last speaker is Philip Schultz from the University of Bremen, who is going to discuss male survivors of sexual violence from northern Uganda. Each speaker gets about 20 minutes. You're welcome to post your questions in the Q&A. So there is a special Q&A window where you can post your questions, and the speakers will answer your questions after we have had all the speakers. I will keep an eye on that. We then open the floor for this discussion at 4:30, and Professor Stefan Parmentier, who is a professor of sociology of crime, law and human rights from the University of Leuven, is going to have the final word on this and is going to wrap up the session for us.